even though the American social pipeline is being flushed down a dirty carnival urinal and stagnating there and stenching up the whole goddamn place, I got to say, you know what? God bless America. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to America. Can we have a cheers to America, for Christ's sake? I mean, good God. Let me have a drink of this shit. Here we go again. You see, I'm sitting over here having a moment. You know, I'm having a good moment here to myself. I'm drinking my damn $400 bottle of scotch here. And these idiots have to sit here and throw the, are you Native American, Ghost? Are you Native American? I mean, are you really an American? Jesus Christ. I am sick and tired of hearing this debate. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, with all due respect to my Native American brethren, okay, I think it's about enough, all right? That's about enough of, sitting over here and, touting this issue as if we're not the quote-unquote real Americans. I mean, let's go back in history for a second, okay? Let's go back in history for just 1 second. Do you all remember that little voyage that was, sent out to Chesapeake, Virginia? Yeah, look back in your history books for you idiots that don't recognize what I'm talking about. All right? That first voyage that was actually funded by the London Tea Group, for the first settlers to come from England to North America, okay? They hit Chesapeake, Virginia, and met with the Powhatan Indian tribes. So what happened between these settlers and the Powhatan Indian tribes? Well, the Powhatan Indian tribes actually negotiated land deals in exchange for goods, in exchange for technology, in exchange for, other things that weren't really exposed out there to the Indians at the time. And as a result, that's why we celebrate, these, concepts like Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? And the reason that, unfortunately, we got into an altercation post-Chesapeake little deal is because these people took it back. All right? Yeah, Pocahontas, exactly. People, at least somebody knows their history, for Christ's sake. Yeah, that's where the whole story of Pocahontas comes into mind. Y'all remember this? Yeah, Pocahontas, the whole 9 yards, Chesapeake, Virginia. Yes, really, yes. No, it's not fiction, you idiot. See, this is America. They think it's fiction. They think that Pocahontas was fiction. I mean, good. Man. Jeez Christ. Oh, my God. Anyway, I think people need to reread Pocahontas. They need to reread the Powhatan tribe. They need to read when, Captain, was it John Smith? Or I forgot who was the captain. I'm a little intoxicated as it is anyway. Whoever was the captain, actually had, to marry this bimbo. I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, it was a ritual. At first the settlers thought that the tribes were being somewhat savagely, and the savagery and that sort of thing. And it was an Indian ritual that actually gave Pocahontas to this, these English settlers out here. I kid you not. This was an action. I know you idiots don't want to believe this, but that's the way it is. And what happened after that? Well, the Indians wanted to take the land back because they saw that the English were settling into this land and making most of it than they were. And remember, the Indians were hunters and gatherers and that sort of thing. You had the settlers coming in and actually, domesticating animals. You had them, actually crop fielding the whole 9 yards. And, for a lack of a better term, it pissed the, Indians off. And this is what you had out here. You had this, these Indians, striking the white man and, the white man, getting a little pissed because they lost family members, they lost relatives. And this is what basically spawned this whole idea of, Indians versus the white man or the European, because it wasn't just white men. It was Spaniards, it was Italians, it was Portuguese. It was a lot of people. So, let's not just say it was the white man, all right, buddy? All right? And not to mention, okay, let's say that we would have just said, okay, I'm sorry, we're out of here, or we're going to oblige the Indian way of life. I mean, who the hell would want to be living in a freaking teepee right now? You know what I'm saying? Who in the hell would want to go to a goddamn medicine man when you bang a bad broad and you got the clap or you got the drip or something? I mean, what are you going to go to a medicine man and go, I mean, I could just imagine, some asshole with an infected penis going up to Chief Slap-a-Hoe and, saying, hey, Chief Slap-a-Hoe, can you please, help me out here? I mean, give me a break, for Christ's sake, man. Good God. Not to mention that we've given the Indians these reservations, okay? And let me tell you something right now. Do not visit an Indian reservation if you are a paleface or black, okay? Because if you go into a reservation and are killed, there's nothing anyone can do about it. I mean, there's no federal authority that can go in and investigate. There's no one that can go into the reservation and get your body. Nothing, all right? I mean, they have their own laws. It's their own autonomy. It's their own situation out here, okay? Secondly, all right, they've got casinos where they are, just completely banking off of the, disgusting, ridiculous, simplistic mind of America with these goddamn casinos. I mean, let me tell you, I've talked to a couple of Indians. We got Indian tribes out here in Texas, and these guys are living large, man. I mean, they got, bigger necklaces than a little flip out here, all right? I mean, they're living large. The only problem is that they can't handle their fire water. You know what I'm saying? They just drink too much of that damn fire water, and it just clouds their judgment. But, I don't want to hear this argument anymore that, the Indians and, Native Americans, and just give me a break, all right? Native Americans and Indians are doing just fine. As a matter of fact, they're lucky we came here and gave them this great civilization to live in. I mean, we brought savagery into civility, all right? That's all there is to it.